What's up, my lovely Bamborinos and Bamborinas? Lamnes is back today with not another episode of Road to Guy, but with the balance patch, which we will be having in the next couple of days. So let's see what they changed and if we have any winners in our monster box or losers. I hope they did not nerf Veronica again. I cannot use that because it's my only LD5, which is useful. Maybe they buff Dark Bike, that would be nice. But yeah, let's see what we have. Alright, of course. Light Horrors. They're gonna nerf it. It was so obvious after all the SWC matches. Attack bar increasing amount based on the number of beneficial effects granted on all allies. It's reduced to 5%. And the healing, it's the same. Alright, so the cap is the same, but you will need more beneficial effects to get more attack bar and less, or I mean more harmful effects on yourself for more healing. Will this change a lot? I think yes. I think it's not a brain dead pick anymore because he provides 2 buffs itself, the Wedgehead. So it was 20% attack bar boost versus 10%. 10% is not that much turn 1. So I think you will see less swift Wedgeheads, but maybe more, I don't know, violent. Or maybe you still go for swift. I don't know. I'm not the Wedgehead user. I cannot say if this is impact. I think it's impactful. I think at least in SWC, the win rate should go down a bit. Laura, increased attack speed only 1 turn. That's good. And the strip chance is lower now, 35 for 3 hits. I think it will still be pretty consistent. Alright, they're nerfing the first skill of everyone, acquiring a turn. When the enemy is put to sleep by attacking, is now limited up to 2 times per turn. So you can sleep proc only 2 times. I think that's still enough. I mean, after the second one, you still get your skills back. So yeah. Battle Angels. Oh, okay. Water is buff. Heal block for 1 turn in the passive. That's nice, but I don't like this 1 turn things. Why don't debuff for 2 turns? Alright, next we have Battle Angel, Firewind Dark, God Crush. Ignore the defense when it's 60% or less than your attack power. Is that a buff? Yes, right? So he can have more defense, but you still ignore the defense. So Sonya buff. That is nice. That is nice. I like that. Maybe Claire is useful too now. Man, she just needs a little tweak, and Claire would be really nice because she can ignore defense with the second skill. She can get a turn back, 3 turn defense break on a unit, and cycle into the second skill very fast. I think with a Rakuni or maybe a Dova, maybe we should try some teams out with her. She could be very nice, but I have to Devilmon her first. Yeah, Dark Anubis, I don't have that unit, and I never see it in play in RTA, to be honest. Recovers only himself now, but with more HP, I mean more percent, and decreased defense for 2 turns. I think this Soul Devourer is the second skill, single target defense break. I don't think that's gonna change anything for him. Wind Bayek. Effect change. Increases the damage dealt per harmful effect. Increases your attack bar by 10 whenever the enemy is inflicted with continuous damage on the enemy's turn. I think they messed up the translation, or they... I don't know what they mean. Maybe it's that if the continuous damage is inflicted, like the continuous damage is inflicted on the enemy's turn, you get 10%. Maybe that's it. He still has a healing, and he puts dots. Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe it's that, or it's when When he inflicts, he gets 10%. But that would not help him, to be honest. So I think maybe when they get damaged by the continuous damage effect, you get 10% attack bar back. That makes more sense. So, but he doesn't have an AoE, so maybe with the Rika together, he can be a beast and get constantly attack bars. Finally, the Indras. I really like the design of these units, but none of them is usable. I could have chosen the water one 2 times. One was for Sonia and the other one was for I'm not even sure what it was, but I chose the other unit. And yeah, he's not, I don't think they are overwhelming. They're underwhelming. So but yeah, let's see. Fire Indra, 100% attack bar increase. Maybe he does enough damage now. I don't know. I would really love that guy because I think he would fit good into my team. Fire AoE damage dealer, but I don't know his stats. Maybe he's too slow. Oh, the wind one, which was the weakest one, I think. Increase your attack speed by 30 up to 150% whenever you use the skill. Increases your attack speed by 1 while in the thunderous state. So you go into thunderous state and you double your speed. That is nice. I mean, even if he doesn't deal as much more damage, it's still very good to have such a high speed unit, which can do stuff. Because I think the second skill does some harmful effects. The passive, while in a thunderous state, you decrease your skill cooldown by 1 if the inflicted damage against the enemy is 30% or above. Now it's thunderous state lasts for 1 more turn. Okay. When your turn or above. Okay. I think skill cooldown is even nicer because you could go into the thunderous state again, use that skill, it gives another turn immediately, and you would reduce the cool time of the second skill. I'm not sure why they changed it. Maybe they thought it will be too OP. He would have the second skill over and over again. And yeah, but he strips now. If your attack speed is higher than the enemy, which will be with 100% more attack speed. Nice. I'm not sure how its damage output will be. So maybe he still does nothing, no damage. Then he's not good enough. But maybe you can use him more as a utility monster. But there are more wind utility support monsters which do a lot more than this guy. So not sure about that. I think they have to tweak his damage. Fire Puppeteer, the AoE strip now slows down the enemies for 2 turns. That is good for AoE strip. Wind Puppeteer Smicer removes 1 beneficial effect from the enemy with the highest attack bar with a 40% chance at the start of each turn. I really hope that it first removes the beneficial effect and then does attack bar reduction plus silence, because I have the Dark Bayek and I know that Come To Us likes to fuck up things in this behalf. So yeah, so they can buff it in the next patch, make the strip before the silence. But I think they learned from their mistakes. I hope that this thing strips before it does the other things. I think that unit now becomes viable. Maybe we play with him in the next season of RDA. Oh, Hell Lady Water. Eternal Scar destroys the enemy max HP. Decreases the attack bar by 30% for every harmful effect granted on the enemy. It attacks twice. The first hit applies defense break. So the question is, does the defense break from herself count? So that the first hit will get the 30% attack bar reduction, and then with the second it's 30% for every harmful effect rendered on the enemy. So if it counts as that, and then we have the cleanse block, 2 debuffs. So the first wave is 30% and the next wave decreases by 60% because there are 2 debuffs. Then she reduces attack bar by 90% if that's the case. if her own debuffs do not count in that skill, then I think then it's a bit harder. Then you have to make something move before her. Maybe a defense breaker, maybe something that puts another harmful effect. Then she can be OP, because then she can, like, if they have 2 debuffs already, she will be 60%, so it's 120% attack power reduction. And that is nice. I think we will see some use. I will use her in the next season, because I'm always looking for water attackers or water units to, yeah, not get countered by Douglas and other fire stuff. For example, Juno. I think this is a really good Juno counter, because attack power reduction, bring her down to 0, put defense break on her, and then you can just nuke her. Maybe that is good. I see a lot of water units, but all right. Weapon master water. The ratio of ignoring defense according to the enemy's HP amount increase if there are 3 or less enemies. Okay, he will ignore defense easier, more, harder. I'm not sure. I don't have that unit, so I cannot say anything about that. Unfair Bear, getting a buff, decreases the damage received from enemies with lower defense than you by 25%. Making him a bit tankier. But there are some ignore defense units in the meta, and this puts you into the situation that you want more defense on him, but still you want him on high HP so he doesn't get ignore defense killed easily. I'm not sure if this is enough. Maybe they, I don't know. I think the passive just needs something like attack speed buff. Maybe when he like, instead of decreasing the damage by 25%, you can give him like attack speed buff for 1 turn when the damage you receive is lower. When you receive damage from an enemy with lower defense than you. Maybe that is a good idea. But who am I to tell Comtours what to do? Wind Cassandra increases your attack speed for 1 turn. I think this is the 3rd skill, right? That decreases the enemy attack bar to 0 and glances. And then you get attack speed, so you can go into your 2nd skill faster. I don't know if that is enough. I don't see her in play. I never played against her, so I don't know if it's good. Okeanos does more damage if the enemy is under harmful effect. Alright, but that doesn't change his kit at all, and I don't think that this is something helpful. I think his 3rd skill should strip with a certain chance. It's multi-hit, so it can strip and stun. That would be very nice. He doesn't have too much base speed. He doesn't have a speed leader, so it wouldn't be too OP. And there are a lot of passive units that can counter him. So maybe that is a good idea. Minato. My lovely Minato. I used him in the season before. I liked him very much. But you are now immune to inability effects while under shadow protection. That is really good. Because now you have to think more when to attack which unit when there is a Minato in play. And you could mitigate that with just stunning him, but now it doesn't work. So, and he hits really hard. It's defense break on you. I think that unit may be viable now, at least for me. Wind Shadowcaster, alright, grants 1 to 2 random effects. Okay, he gets more RNG to it. Espresso Cookie, I built the dark one. I wanted to test it out. For the 2nd skill, the grinding. Alright, so it's 3 hits, 25%, so 75% attack bar reduction. That's nice. The water one reduces HP by 10% if the frozen enemy gains a turn, versus increases damage dealt by 200% when attacking the frozen enemy on your turn. I think this is better because I think the 2nd part of the passive is that he reduces attack bar of frozen enemies. So I think the HP reduction is not it's not working well with his own kit. So Fire Aver is changing. It was like, don't touch me or I will get healed. No, it was touch me or I will get healed. and I will do a lot of damage when I have health. Now it's recovers your HP by 20% each turn, flat. Okay, not bad for 4-star, and increases the damage dealt on your turn by 50 up to 150% if you don't get attacked during the enemy's turn. The increased damage dealt will be reset when you attack the enemy, so not when the enemy attacks me. So it's like the light, what is this called? Assassin. The Ezio, no, not Ezio. The Altair. Yeah, he has the same skill, and he doesn't get reset when he gets attacked by AoE. So, but he has the threat state he can give to another unit. But I think you can use this unit with like Wind Monkey, other units that, so the enemy doesn't know who to attack. Maybe even with the water holy berry cookie. You want to attack the holy berry cookie, but if you don't attack this one, it will do a lot of damage and it can heal itself. And it has armor break on skill 1 and a pretty good skill 2. So maybe we build this guy and test it out in the next season. Wind Eivor, skill cooldown decrease. I think now it's perfect. Now you can use it as in the dungeons to kill with dots, but now you bring us Abyss, so this buff doesn't help her at all. She will not be used, it's too late. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Deadly Wave from the Death Knights. Effect added, recovers the HP of 2 allies with the lowest HP and one of the allies of your max HP after attacking. Okay. Nice, but I don't think that will change anything about the Death Knights. Maybe for PvE. Extortion absorbs enemy attack bar by 30%, now destroys HP. I think attack bar absorption is always better than destruct. But maybe against these, I don't know, stall defenses in Siege, maybe you can use it to destroy the enemy and then kill it. And he's tanky and can survive a lot, and now can heal himself. Maybe that is the idea behind it. Death Knight Light changes the HP ratio with the enemy target was excluded and creates a shield which is proportional to 11 on allies for 2 turns to absorb damage. I never got that skill. I never understand what it does, to be honest. And now changes the HP ratio and harmful effects with the enemy and the ally with the lowest HP. Alright, and increases the attack bar of all allies by 20%. Attack bar booster, okay. I think he has a speed leader skill. It's 1924, I'm not sure. Sniper Light increases your attack bar for 1 turn when a beneficial effect is granting on the enemy with the skill. So he has the attack bar from itself. And the second skill does a lot of damage. So maybe it's something to look for. I think this is a directly counter to Laura and the Wedget. So if you use this guy, get attack buff, you can snipe a unit for free maybe if the enemy uses Wedget or Laura. So maybe that is the intention behind it. Horror's Fire prevents the target from removing harmful effects for 2 turns. Now removes 1 beneficial effect from the enemy. So he strips and oblivions. Nice. Monster AI skill improvement. The skill will now be used accordingly to beneficial effects granted on the target in Kairos dungeon. Oh, so maybe she's still even useful for dragons, because she will only use the script when needed. Maybe she's a good alternative to what's her face, the light cowgirl. And monster will use their skills more often. I mean, not their basic skills, but the skills with cooldown. Okay, that is nice. Some awakening effects changed. So Water Eivor gets accuracy. That is really good. I have that unit. And to get the threshold for all the stats you need to all the effects from a passive to activate, you have a hard time to get her some accuracy, and I think 25 accuracy is really nice. And with some artifacts you can get it around 50%, so it's nice. Water Skydancer, I like that unit. I use that a lot in Siege. Increases resistance to strengthen the skill. Blade Fan. The attack always lands as a critical hit. Okay, that is nice, but I don't know if that changes a lot. Harp Magician Water gets accuracy, and the Death Knight loses the critical rate but gets resistance. Not sure about that, but maybe it's good since now he's an attack bar buffer. Maybe you want him to resist stuff, so yeah, maybe that's good. And some monster skill fixes. Yeah, guys, what do you think about the balance patch? Are there any of your units which are affected by it? Are you a winner or a loser in this balance patch? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below, guys, and I see you in the next video. Bye.